Hello everyone and welcome to the Spirit Hunters Toolkey. Today we're going to be showing you the various equipment we use during our hunts. Obviously at the moment with bloody lockdown we can't really go on any. So we thought we'd share with you. There's going to be about 3 or 4 categories. First is lighting. So we're going to go through those now. First of all we have a massive spotlight. As you can see it's rather bright. It's also got a flashing mode, so I can also pretend to be the police, and that's also quite fun because you watch people run the mile. This has got very good range. It can reach roughly about, I don't know, good 6 meters, give or take. It's brilliant in open spaces, and we use this for areas where a normal torch would not suffice. It's also got a good lantern mode, which we use a lot of the time for when we're doing the spirit box. Next up is it's kind of like a mag light, kind of. It's quite bright, as you can see. It completely flashes out the camcorder, and it's got zoom modes and all sorts. That's my normal torch that I have on me. This little thing is pretty much the same, only it's got a mode where you can sort of like, I don't know, stretch it out or zoom it in, you know. It's also got, when it wants to work, because this one's a little bit dodgy, it's got UAV mode, not UAV, ultraviolet. And apparently with this you can see like ghost handprints, but we have yet to find any, personally. But yeah, got one of these. And finally, one of the most important things in a ghost hunter's thing is his headlamp.
One he shines in my eyes.
Which goes on like that. As you can see, it's got 4 or 5 lights. It's got 3 different modes. And it's got a rechargeable battery which is waterproof as well, which is very handy. So that's also part of the equipment. Now, moving on from torches, we've got radios.
Power on.
Alright. You done, love? We can use these if we want to split up, so me and Laurie can stay in contact. And their range is about 3 kilometres, so pretty good. These were probably what the old Bill and Armed Forces used to use back in the day. Obviously they use encrypted ones now, so. Now, we move on to EMF. That's the only thing we have for communication with each other. We have the K2, obviously. This detects energy in the field. My one I've specifically bought does not beep. I will get one that beeps eventually, just once I get used to this one, because this is just as awkward. We've got some good things from this. It's never gone red with us. However, I'm sure if we visit a certain castle,
Such as Berry Pomeroy.
that's the certain castle I was on about, funny enough, this will flash red without a doubt. Because there are more than just ghosts up there. There's probably banshees, demons, all sorts. I dread to think.
More than a lot. More
Now.
than said.
Let me just put this in the hole. This fucking thing has been in.
For goodness sake, why does it have to be like now?
This is a rampod bear. Obviously I'm touching it. It's going off. You might not be able to see it. Oh, let me turn the light off. See? See? But I'm not even touching that area and it went off. That's weird. Yeah, that's weird.
specifically used for children.
Yeah.
If there's a child around,
Makes you wonder if there is, because I'm not even touching that.
it will go off just like it's doing.
Yeah.
So
Right. Where's this bloody remote? Sorry, I put it in the dark so you guys can see. We will use this on areas like, preferably indoors, because the battery cover is not protected. It's just 9-volt battery in it, and you know, I don't want to get them wet. So we'd use this for things like children, if we ever encounter that. Next up, we have a infrared thermometer. I think it's called infrared, or is it infrared? Whatever it is. Infrared. It basically is a laser like that you scan, and it gives you a temperature reading. I don't know if you can see that.
I should be able to.
Very useful to detect hot and cold spots, which moves me on to a second item, very briefly. It's also good for hot and cold spots. This is where I struggle to get the back open. Where's that bloody thing?
Why didn't you ask me to do it?
There we go. Got it eventually. Nothing will defeat me. I'm not actually sealing the back on it while I'm doing it. Right. Very simple device. When it's cold, it goes cold. When it goes hot, it goes red. Like that. Now, we've not tested this in the field yet, which I can't wait to do, because apparently it's when, because you don't touch this knob, this is just to adjust it to what it might be that I'm moving. But it should be like that to start with. Alright, so at the moment it's on blue, which means it's cold. Being winter, I'm not bloody surprised. I'll put you on in a minute, you'll get my head in. So yeah, we got the laser temperature gauge. Very useful, most paranormal experts use it, and we are no exception. It only takes 2 AAA batteries and you're good to go. Right, next up. Curious little device. It's a yes-no box. Funny enough, I got another one of them as well, but this is a bit different. This is a triggered one. For instance, green for yes.
Makes 2 different noises.
Red for no, and they're all different sounds. We've yet to test this in the field as well, but I'm sure we will do in due course. Very expensive. I think it was £230.
Yeah.
And I was expecting it to be a bit bigger, but it doesn't matter. I'll test it in the field soon enough. That will be a very good trigger object. Now, we move on to one of the most iconic ghost hunting materials you can possibly imagine, is obviously the spirit box. This one happens to be the SB7.
It's the SB7, isn't it?
And I also have a little speaker for it, which I will show you a little thing of now. If I can get the damn thing open, of course. Like so, and like that. That's all it is. Now, rumour has it the spirits can interact with this, and they can manipulate the wavelength. So when I ask it a question, how old are you? It will respond back through this. I heard 3. Did you guys hear that?
How weird.
Let's try that again. How old are you? Can you tell me how old you are? That was weird. I heard 4.
No, I heard 7 a minute ago.
Yeah, I heard 7 then. Wow, that's interesting.
Hello?
Hello?
Who's with us?
Are you a friendly spirit? I heard yes.
Who's with us? Do you want to tell us your name?
But yeah, you get the picture. That was not meant to happen.
That's weird that the app did it this time of night.
Just a bit. So yeah, you got the SP7 and its microphone. And we come to the SP7's big brother now.
One of our favourites.
The SB11 Spirit Box. If I can get the antenna up, there we go. It can do 2 wavelengths, for instance. If I just quickly turn it on. For instance, I generally try and have it on FM because AM seems to emit some bloody demonic noises, which I will show you a little clip of that at some point. But you'll have to be patient. Now, what have we? Like that. See, it's skipping through radios right now. And it will pick up something, but it's just trial and error. This is experimental. We've tested it in the field on various settings. I find it better to have it at a medium sweep rate because that way you can hear stuff. I thought I could hear something now.
I thought I did.
It's also got a nice little red light on it, which is very handy. But this is also one of our primarily tools that we take out with us. Very useful. That beeping is just the temperature gauge going up, don't worry about it. Yeah. That's the SB11. Alright, we come on to our technology. Up first we have a full spectrum camera. This happens to be from the States, because I ordered from a place called Ghost Stop. It's probably well known. Full spectrum camera, which means you can take pictures in the dark and they still show up with colour. We haven't used it in the field yet, but I'm sure we will. Obviously with this lockdown, things have been a bit, what's the word, tight.
Awkward to do.
Thank you, Boris. Always fucking up the country, once again. Now, we move on to the voice recorder. Just starting out. Have a listen to this. You're only getting a sneak peek. That's enough. That sounds very demonic. I have yet to go through it all, but I will be very soon. Obviously with this we record things, like we record audio and stuff like that. We only use proper stuff. We don't rely on apps from phones, as we think they're dodgy and possibly fake. Now, this is another tool we use. It's a laser grid. Obviously you can't see it very well. If I turn off the light, you can obviously see it a bit better. We use that. We've used it in the house or the flat a couple of times. Now, we move on to... So we've got the yes no box. We haven't experimented this yet.
We haven't worked out quite how it works, have we?
No, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. Can't be that hard.
By mistake.
We also have sets of lights to go on the camcorder I'm about to show you. We have a red light, we have infrared, we have night vision with ultraviolet. Please ignore that annoying beagle dog barking in the background. He does it all the time for attention. And we move to the main tool of the whole thing, the night vision camcorder. Again, bought in the States. Obviously it's got a lens cap to protect it, so clumsy buggers can't drop it.
Was that pointed at?
It's also got that bit there which can be removed, like so, and then you can attach the lights. For instance, if I wanted to attach that bit to it, so it's got an attachment. There's no battery in it, so I can't turn it on to this, but yeah. But this is very good. This is infrared and it's night vision. I try not to use the night vision on the actual camcorder because one, it will drain the battery very quickly, and two, it's black and white and I don't want people to see black and white. I want them to see colour if possible. But yeah, that's one of our main weapons, you could say. We also have something new, which is, I'm looking at it, you guys can't see it because it's technically behind you. I'll just bring it a little bit closer. Now you guys probably, gals and guys, probably know what this is. It's a spirit board. We're going to have a little experiment with that later, and that will be recorded with the night vision camcorder, because obviously we have to have no lights, we have to have candlelight and shit like that. So.
But the good news is you'll be able to still see it because that one glows in the dark.
Yeah, but we still got to use a night vision camcorder.
Still got to use a night vision camcorder, but they'd still be able to see the spirit board, should be able to, because it glows in the dark. So.
But anyway,
enjoy. Do something.
We will be experimenting with this later on, which should be interesting. So. There you have it. That's all the equipment we've got. I am expecting a thermal camera. Oh, I left something out. We have both got, me and Laurie. I can fucking work it out. They go
Mine
on.
was black. This is my one.
This is basically a utility vest, and it's got lots of little pockets and stuff for her to carry the equipment.
Yeah, the cat's mother to carry the equipment.
Oh. The most basic thing you can have in a ghost hunt is a bit of paper to write down what you've seen, where you saw it, all that. How far away was it from you, roughly, just estimate. You know, what colour did you see? What colour were the orbs? That kind of thing. And your most basic thing is just like a... Where are you buggering up? There we go. Is a paranormal notebook, or just a normal notebook. It doesn't have to be paranormal, because there's nothing special about it. It's just got lines and it's all ready to go. And that's about does it. No idea when we're going to be able to resume filming places. I couldn't tell you. But we will do eventually. It's just a question of when. And when the world opens up again, because obviously we're in a second lockdown again. Thank you very much, Mr. Johnson.
Which I have read somewhere we could be extended.
Yeah, marvellous.
So that tops the icing up a bit more.
But anyway, politics aside,
cocks us up a bit.
we will resume going places as soon as we can. Obviously, we're not going to break the rules, because that's not what we do. There are lots of people out there who probably would. I am not one of those people. I will stick to the rules as best as I can. Even if those rules are complete hoo-ha and, you know, I still have to stick to them, whether I like it or not. So yeah, that's all our equipment to date. As I say, I am expecting a thermal camera. I'm also expecting an SLS mapping camera, which allows you to see figures. So if there's a spirit there, obviously you're going to see the outline of a human shape. It won't tell me whether it's male or female or anything like that, I don't think, but you know.
We'll be able to take a little guess with the shape of the figure anyway.
Yeah.
Give or take.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's pretty much what we use. Some of the stuff we haven't even used yet. I mean, the RAM bear, the response device, the full spectrum camera, they've never been out in the field, nor has the laser grid. But things like the K2 spirit boxes, voice recorder, the laser to measure temperature, they have been out in the field, and they're very good for detecting things that you need to find out before you continue with your questions. But yeah, I thought I'd share this with you to show you that we use the right equipment and we're not just, you know, doing it for a laugh. We're serious. I have been very interested in the paranormal since I was, what, 4 or 5? I don't know about you.
About 4 or 5.
Really? Fucking hell, that's scary. Same time.
Well, it's because, a long story, I'm not going to say the story this time, I'll say it another time, to why I strongly believe it and never muck around when it comes to it. It's what annoys me when you talk to a non-believer and they tell you it's rubbish. Well, they're wrong, because it's not rubbish at all.
Nah.
It's just that they don't want to believe something they know is true.
But anyway, we'll have that for another day. Please enjoy our videos with what we can upload. We've got one more coming. It will either be uploaded before this is uploaded or be uploaded afterwards. I don't know. Because obviously at the moment it is, as we stand, the 18th of November 2020, and Christmas looks like it's going to be blimmin' cancelled. Not that I celebrate Christmas anyway, it's the most boringest day of the year.
Although you want to put the decorations up soon.
That's just to give me something to do for half an hour. But yeah, that's all our equipment that we use in the field. Some of it, as I say, we haven't even tested. But I'm strongly attached to this, because it's picked up some weird bloody things. I've got to upload some of those videos as well, the audio files, which will be uploaded, I don't know, a couple of weeks. Depends when I'm free. Depends when I'm not busy. But yeah, thought I'd share with you what we use and how we use it. And we hope you're all not suffering too much because of Boris Johnson. But that's it from us. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe. and we will see you hopefully with a new video fairly soon. Bye for now.
See you later.
She's still a bit nervous. She's not used to the camera. Anyway, adios amigos.